The Komodo dragon, known as the largest lizard in the world, is a fascinating and unique animal that has captured the attention of people around the globe. Native to Indonesia, these powerful creatures have a reputation for being fierce predators, with their sharp claws and venomous bite. They can grow up to 10 feet in length and weigh over 300 pounds. They have a muscular build with thick, scaly skin that is reinforced with small bones called osteoderms. Their skin is typically gray or brown with patches of green and yellow, providing effective camouflage in their natural habitat. The habitat of Komodo dragons is diverse, ranging from dry savannas to dense forests. They can be found at elevations ranging from sea level to over 2,000 meters. Despite their adaptability to different types of habitats, Komodo dragons are primarily found in lowland regions and prefer areas with high humidity and temperatures. The islands where Komodo dragons live are relatively isolated, which has led to the evolution of unique flora and fauna. In addition to Komodo dragons, the islands are home to a variety of other reptiles, as well as birds, mammals, and marine life. Komodo dragons are apex predators and have a varied diet that consists mainly of other animals, including mammals, birds, and reptiles. They have been known to prey on deer, wild boar, water buffalo, snakes, and even smaller Komodo dragons. They are also scavengers and will feed on carrion if the opportunity arises. Despite their fearsome reputation, Komodo dragons are also known to eat fruit and other vegetation on occasion, although this makes up a relatively small part of their diet. They have been known to consume up to 80% of their body weight in one meal, which can take several hours to digest. After a large meal, they may not eat for several weeks, relying on their fat stores to sustain them until their next meal. Komodo dragons are skilled hunters that use a combination of their senses and physical abilities to catch prey. They have a keen sense of smell and are able to detect the scent of prey from up to 5 miles away. They also have excellent eyesight and can see in both bright daylight and dim light conditions. When hunting, Komodo dragons rely on their stealth and patience to ambush their prey. They will lie in wait in a hiding spot, such as a bush or tall grass, and wait for an unsuspecting animal to come within range. Once they are in position, Komodo dragons will use their powerful legs and sharp claws to launch a surprise attack, often biting their prey on the throat or neck to quickly incapacitate them. After biting their prey, Komodo dragons will follow them until they succumb to their injuries. Their venomous saliva contains over 50 strains of bacteria, which can cause sepsis and weaken their prey. Once the prey is down, Komodo dragons will use their sharp teeth to tear off chunks of flesh, swallowing them whole. Despite their size and strength, Komodo dragons are not always successful in their hunts and may go for days or even weeks without catching anything. This makes them opportunistic hunters, and they will scavenge for carrion if necessary to survive. It is important to note that while Komodo dragons are fierce predators, they pose little threat to humans unless provoked. They are not known to actively hunt humans and will generally only attack if they feel threatened or cornered. Komodo dragons reach sexual maturity at around 7 to 8 years of age, with males reaching maturity slightly earlier than females. However, they may not begin actively breeding until they are around 10 years old. Male Komodo dragons will engage in combat with each other to establish dominance and the right to mate with females. These fights can be quite violent, with males using their tails, claws, and teeth to try to defeat their opponents. Once they reach sexual maturity, Komodo dragons are able to reproduce every 2 to 3 years, with females laying one clutch of eggs per breeding season. Females will typically lay a clutch of 15 to 30 eggs in a hole that they dig in the ground. The eggs will then be left to incubate for around 8 to 9 months, with the young hatchlings breaking out of their shells in April or May. Interestingly, the sex of the hatchlings is determined by the temperature at which the eggs are incubated. Eggs incubated at lower temperatures tend to produce females, while those incubated at higher temperatures tend to produce males. Komodo dragons are known for their solitary nature and are not known to provide any sort of parental care for their young. Once the female lays her clutch of eggs, she will leave them to incubate on their own. After hatching, the young Komodo dragons must fend for themselves, relying on their instincts and physical abilities to survive. They are vulnerable to predation by other animals and may also face competition for resources from older, more established Komodo dragons. It is important to note that while Komodo dragons are able to reproduce through sexual reproduction, there have been cases of parthenogenesis in captive females. Parthenogenesis is a form of asexual reproduction where offspring are produced without fertilization. While this has only been observed in captivity, it raises interesting questions about the potential for Komodo dragons to adapt and evolve in response to changing environmental conditions. Komodo dragons have an excellent sense of smell, which they use to locate prey and to navigate their environment. They have a specialized olfactory system that allows them to detect even small traces of scent. Komodo dragons have a forked tongue, which they use to collect scent particles from the air and from the ground. They then bring the tongue back to the roof of their mouth, where it comes into contact with the Jacobson's organ, a specialized sensory receptor that is responsible for detecting scent. Studies have shown that Komodo dragons are able to detect prey from several kilometers away, and can even locate carrion that has been buried underground. They are also able to differentiate between different scents, and can use this ability to locate potential mates and to navigate their environment. The tail of the Komodo dragon is an important adaptation that serves a number of functions. It is long and muscular, and can be used for a variety of purposes. One of the main functions of the tail is balance. Komodo dragons are large and heavy animals, and their long tails help them to maintain their balance as they move around. They are able to use their tails to make sudden turns and changes in direction, which can be useful when hunting or avoiding predators. The tail of the Komodo dragon is also a weapon. It is covered in hard, bony scales that can be used to deliver powerful blows to potential predators or prey. Komodo dragons have been known to use their tails to knock down prey or to defend themselves against larger predators such as wild boars. Komodo dragons are generally solitary animals, with males and females occupying their own territories and coming together only during the breeding season. They are known to be aggressive towards each other, particularly during feeding times when resources may be scarce. Recent research has also suggested that Komodo dragons may exhibit some level of social cognition and communication. Studies have shown that they are able to recognize and remember individual conspecifics, and may even cooperate with each other to hunt for food. The Komodo dragon is classified as a vulnerable species by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, which means that it is at risk of becoming endangered if its population continues to decline. The biggest threats to the survival of the Komodo dragon are habitat loss, poaching, and human encroachment. To help protect the Komodo dragon, conservation organizations are working to educate local communities about the importance of these animals and the need to protect their habitat. They are also working with Indonesian officials to enforce laws against poaching and to establish protected areas where the Komodo dragon can live and thrive. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and hit that follow button so you can see more content like this in the future. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss an upload. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see from me in the future. Your feedback helps me create content that you'll love.